shot there, just a little off with his release.
That miss right there will definitely leave him shaking his head.
And a chance here to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Well, guys, as we all know, LeBron James is now back in Cleveland, but he thinks his time in Miami will serve him well. As he said, Miami for me has been like college for other kids. I became a better player and a better man. I learned from a franchise that has been where I wanted to go. Kevin?
He knows what it takes to win it all, Doris. Now he's trying to do it back home in Ohio. Thanks.
And Irving still wanted to write down goals. He used to write them in a notebook he still keeps. Now he'll write them down in his phone. All part of setting his sights high and dreaming big.
So timeout called here, the first for Indiana. And for Irving, just like those words in the back of his closet stayed hidden, his great talent stayed hidden for a long time as well.
Yeah, it didn't really dominate until his senior year of high school, Kevin. Only 11 games he played at Duke. It might seem he was an overnight sensation in the NBA, but in truth, he spent a lifetime laying the foundation for his game.
That's good. Miles has got 5 now.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
It's just beautiful basketball to watch, Clark.
Iverson outside, and they double up Iverson. And so it's Cleveland with it. Watson with it. He's picked up by Irving. Fires from deep. Love grabs the board. Love's got 4 rebounds in this game. From deep. The Cavaliers again can't hit.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. George against Iverson, and stolen by Iverson. Up the floor, here's Irving. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
They better not. They've got to pad their lead any time an opportunity presents itself. And I'll tell you what, that was a golden one there.
The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Cavaliers on top, up 6. And time now to go.
Well, Coach Vogel...
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
Yeah, the defensive effort and intensity has been fantastic, and you can tell he's really inspiring his team with his play.
Yeah, his emotion and his production. He's been patrolling the court, blocking shot after shot out there, and he's really made a statement with his defensive effort.
The 2 stars, LeBron and Love, at the 3 and the 4. Allen Iverson out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's Varejao in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now.
At the line for 2.
To say that the Pacers did well in the East last season would be putting it mildly. They were the cream of the crop for most of the season.
And there was a brief moment late in the season last year, Clark, where the Pacers slipped from the top spot, but they were able to get it back.
Yeah, they did, Kevin. They fought back, grabbed the #1 seed in the East, and they did earn it. I mean, 38 conference wins is a pretty impressive number.
And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Well, gentlemen, the Pacers head coach Frank Vogel has helped turn this team into a powerhouse. He's had a reputation for positivity, lifting his players up and boosting their confidence. As Paul George put it, coach has no shame in calling you out. If you don't know what you're doing, you're going to get embarrassed. No one wants that, Kevin.
He'll call you out, Doris, that's for sure. Thanks.
How about that? Gets it off right in the face of the big fella. Quick release.
And operating on the perimeter like that negates some of the height disadvantage, too.
Here's Iverson and Hibbert with the block. 3 on 3. Hill with it. He's picked up by Irving. And George, here we go. Rejected by Irving.
Trailing here in the game, you can look at his performance as a direct indicator of why they're losing.
Right through the knee for the layup. Irving's got the lead up to 11 now for the Cavs.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
Love it. Old school. Just physical play in the paint. Dominate.
Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Outside, George. On the wing, Hill. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That is his first foul of the game. Stolen by Verejao. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Iverson. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Well, this is how you completely rattle an opponent's rhythm.
Yeah, you know, such terrific on-the-ball defense to trigger the transition opportunity.
And it wasn't just the tough D, it was the exclamation point they put on the fast break with the slam. George Hill, an efficient combo guard. He was acquired by the Pacers in a draft day deal back in 2011. That was the Kawhi Leonard trade, with Leonard, of course, going to the Spurs. It's a trade that benefited both sides.
The drive by Iverson. There's the bucket. Good. Iverson's got 16 points.
Beautiful finger roll to cap that drive off. He knows how to finish with some flair and flavor, guy.
George sets a screen for Hill. We've got 33 seconds left here in the third quarter. Banked in off the glass.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on it.
Here's Iverson. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. Outside, George. Hill with him. He's picked up by Irving. West dishes to George. No good with the triple. And here is LeBron. Here's Irving. Drains the 19-footer. Irving's got 16 points.
Well, he's clearly feeling it, Clark, coming off that fantastic game last time out.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Cavaliers lead by 13. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Quicken Loans Arena.
Tune in Thursday, November 13th. Stephen Curry and the Golden State Warriors go up against Al Jefferson and the
And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Well, we might as well call it the State Farm play of the game. This was just a marvelous piece of coordination between two teammates, completely in sync on the alley-oop.
And a look at the 5 for the Pacers to start the fourth quarter. Scola plays the 4 with Hibbert at the 5. Watson out there with Rodney Stuckey. And it's George in at the 3 slot. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Cavaliers.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And they're also really getting out in transition and scoring some hoops in the fast break tonight.
You got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backcourt.
Well, they've done a lot of things right, but I agree with you, Clark. The rebounding is right there at the top of the list.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Watson with it, picked up by Love. Pass to Hibbert. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Iverson's got his 5th rebound in this one. And he gets it to go. Iverson's got 9 points here in the second half.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
And even if it costs them some foul trouble, I mean, they need to start putting some bodies on bodies. Be physical.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. They're losing by 18. 1:49 left in the game. Watson kicks to Stuckey. He feeds it to Watson. The shot by George, wide open. Here's Hibbert. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Really, they haven't worked it inside as much as they did earlier in the game. And the way they did it in the first half, I think they've got to get back to trying that. It worked for them then. It should work for them now. Roy Hibbert, the big dog, number 55 for the Pacers, is 7'2", and is a little too big for king-size beds. Every time the Pacers go on the road, he has to take along a special inflatable mattress that he likes to sleep on. It's one of the downsides to living large.
Here's Irving. They can take their time on this possession.
You know, guys, that wouldn't be a bad idea. I mean, it gives themselves a little break, too.
Catch their breath, you're right. Pass to Love. Back to Irving. Clock at 6. It's tipped. And another three for Cleveland. And Hibbert's father stands 6'2", and Steve, his mother, is 6'1". But Roy obviously towers over both of them.
Well, he towers over everybody, Kevin. I mean, you know, you look at the family roots. His parents came from the Caribbean. And Roy actually played one game for the Jamaican national team back in 2010, and unfortunately that actually may rule him out of playing for Team USA. So a very interesting sort of international background there. Well, there was a time not that long ago when Rodney Stuckey was considered a rising star in the NBA, considered a steal with the 15th pick in the 2007 draft. But after back-to-back disappointing seasons, I think it's fair to ask, have we seen the best of Stuckey already?
Mahinmi's checked in for the Pacers. C.J. Miles comes in for George.
And Rodney Stuckey was playing in a contract season. Started last season breaking his thumb in his car door, and that required surgery. He missed the first one.
Ridiculous.
Tore it down that time.
And the fans loving what's transpired here tonight. A really good victory for these guys.
Sure was. I mean, they did just what they needed to do to keep the visitors from getting any momentum going at all.
And they're not finished yet. They're going to make sure about this win.
Yeah, that's how you close out a game, Steve.
Watson, the pass to Mahinmi. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. The Pacers making a change here. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. Now here is Varejao. And on the way from Irving for 3, and that falls.
Time to turn